Connie Francis dies at 87, the voice that defined a generation and found itself again. Connie Francis, one of the most iconic and influential vocalists of the 20th century, passed away on July 16, 2025, at the age of 87, marking the end of a remarkable life defined by resilience, reinvention, and a voice that transcended time. Born Conchetta Rosa Maria Franco Nero on December 12, 1937, in Newark, New Jersey, she rose from a working-class Italian-American family to become a global pop sensation and the first solo female artist to top the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Her final months brought both immense physical pain and an unexpected gift, a viral revival that reminded the world why her voice mattered. Still. Early life. Born to sing. Connie Francis's road to stardom was paved with discipline, sacrifice, and ambition. Raised in Newark and later in Belleville, New Jersey, she began singing in talent shows at an early age, encouraged by her father George, who became a driving force in her career. As a teen, she learned accordion and began appearing on StarTime, a local TV talent program. By age 16, she was already recording demo records. Despite early commercial failures, her career took off in 1958 with the song, Who's Sorry Now?, a 1923 standard that her father insisted she record. After it aired on American Bandstand, it soared into the top 10 and made her a national star. The First Lady of Billboard. Connie Francis wasn't just a pop star, she was a phenomenon. In 1960, she became the first solo woman to top the Billboard Hot 100 with Everybody's Somebody's Fool. That same year, she followed up with My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own, also a #1 hit. Over her peak years, 1958 to 1964, she placed 35 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, including 15 top 10 hits, more than any other female solo act at the time. She recorded in more than 15 languages, earning her fans in Germany, Japan, Italy, Israel, Latin America, and beyond. Her record sales eventually surpassed 200 million worldwide. Her catalog was vast: ballads, rock and roll, country, even Jewish and Italian folk songs. She moved effortlessly between styles and cultures, a feat few artists of her generation could match. International appeal and Hollywood fame. Francis wasn't just a chart topper, she was a cultural ambassador. Her multilingual albums won her devoted fans across the globe. In Germany, her version of Die Liebe ist ein seltsames Spiel became a #1 hit, while in Italy and Israel, her concerts were met with Beatlemania-level frenzy. She also starred in a series of teen musicals, including Where the Boys Are, 1960, which not only gave her another hit song but helped shape the image of American youth in post-war culture. Behind the spotlight, trauma, tragedy, and resilience. While her professional life sparkled, Francis's personal life was marked by harrowing trauma and suffering. In 1974, she was raped at knife point in a Long Island hotel. Her attacker broke into her room after a concert. The assault left her psychologically devastated and eventually led her to become an outspoken advocate for rape survivors. She filed a lawsuit against the hotel, winning a then-record $2.5 million settlement. In 1977, complications from nasal surgery robbed her of her singing voice for several years, derailing a long-awaited comeback. In 1981, her brother George was murdered in a mafia-linked execution, sending her into a spiral of grief and worsening mental health issues. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and PTSD and endured multiple psychiatric hospitalizations, often involuntarily. She attempted suicide in 1984, later speaking about it candidly in interviews and her 1984 memoir Who's Sorry Now? Yet, she continued to fight back. Her 2017 autobiography, Among My Souvenirs, revealed a woman who refused to let her demons silence her. A career reborn, thanks to TikTok. In one of the most poetic turns in recent pop culture history, Connie Francis enjoyed a viral resurgence just months before her passing. Her 1962 song, Pretty Little Baby, a B-side that had never been a major hit, was rediscovered on TikTok, becoming the soundtrack to over 17 million videos and racking up over 74 million Spotify streams. The audio was used in everything from nostalgic montages to aesthetic edits, connecting Frances with a generation born decades after her prime. She admitted she couldn't even remember recording the track, but she was deeply moved by its success. "That song has a whole new life," she said. For Roberts, her friend and record label president, this moment was the most joyful period of her life in years. Final days. Pain and peace. In early July 2025, Frances was admitted to the hospital with crippling pelvic pain, suspected to be from a fracture. Despite medication and brief improvement, she quickly declined and became unconscious. According to Roberts, she remained unconscious for 2 full days before passing peacefully on July 16th.
"She didn't want to go," he said.
She fought to the end. Her final words to him, before slipping away: "I hope I did okay." Legacy and farewell. The world's answer to her modest farewell is clear. Yes, Connie, you did more than okay. She broke gender barriers in pop music. She survived trauma that would have silenced many. She lent her voice to joy, heartbreak, and recovery. And she left this world just as she entered it in our lives, singing. Connie Francis was more than a pop star. She was a survivor, a fighter, a pioneer, and in the end, a symbol of timeless relevance. Rest in peace, Conchetta. Your voice lives on, not only in records, but in hearts across generations.